Hi everyone. Just want to put a disclaimer out there. I am not we call an expert in anything, especially when it comes to medical or mental illness stuff. Neither am I a policymaker or anything. Um, I've only put this content out there just to share my point of view and to see what other people think as well. Um, and also, I guess, to use this as an outlet. All these opinions that I put out there are of my own and does not represent anybody else or any other entity. Um, in light of all the recent events, especially with Uvalde, Buffalo, and even, before with Virginia Tech, Sandy Hook, um, it's real, and even, in Brooklyn, there were so many gun incidents. And my heart goes out there for all the families and victim survivors that were involved in the incident. And I really truly believe that there is a way to mitigate and prevent all of these things from happening moving forward. That includes better background checks, better vetting of individuals who would like to purchase guns. Maybe making it easier to also regulate guns, as yes, the Second Amendment law uh, was put into the Constitution for a reason, right? And it's really in protection of um, all the regular citizens' right to bear arms and to potentially rise up against a government system that can pretty much dominate and, if anything, abuse people, common people of the law of the country. That's basically why that was put into the Constitution, because at that time when we had the 13 colonies, um, 13 colonies were a part of Britain at that time, and monarchy in that country was somewhat extorting or abusing its power from the colonies to help funnel resources back into the country. Don't quote me on this. I mean, I did take. I'm sure there is a lot more to it, but that's my understanding of the history of how we ended up coming, to become to revolutionize ourselves and become independent as a country. We were trying, I guess, like bearing a lot of the costs and expenses. As for British, they were a small little country. A lot of stuff comes imported. So, being a colony, I think they saw those 13 entities as an extension of their country. So they were trying to, make wealth. But little do they know that the more you abuse your power, the more the rebound effects is much stronger. So, became an independent state. Um, Bearing in mind there were a lot of influences then too. There was the French Revolution. I think there was also the different philosophers, whether it went back to like Voltaire. There was a couple other writers I can't remember on the top of my head. But the reason being why it's important to have stricter gun laws is because, it may seem unfair for those that do abide by the law, having to be, put through the ringer. But at the same time, we're trying to make sure that the issue is not really targeted at those that are law abiders, that are using it for like hunting reasons or recreational purposes that does not entail harming other people, but it's more for just safeguarding against those that will abuse it, that will misuse it, and that being included, people who are mentally unstable, right? I myself been through depression and been through the suicidal ideation phase, and during that phase I was trying really hard to see where I can buy a gun, whether it was online without a license or finding a place where a gun show to see if I can purchase a gun for without a licensure and have it shipped into the New York State. But fortunately, New York State has very strict laws towards the licensing and the processing and all the fees, and that is what prevented me from buying a firearm to shoot myself in the head and kill myself. I mean, I did ended up using a different method on trying to end my life, and thankfully it didn't work. And I don't want to put that idea out there either of what I tried doing. It was not a good state of mind to be in, and it was for quite a few months that I was fighting against it. And even now, I think back to it, if I had easy access to a firearm, who knows if I would still be alive, I was, probably would have, if I was lucky to have survived it, I might have sustained some sort of brain damage, some nerve damage, sustained a lot of, maybe become a vegetable and be put on life support, end up in debt. Like, I'm already a lot in student debt, which is also another reason that contributed to my depression, because it just felt like being trapped. That's, I guess, a topic for another day. But yeah, it's people don't think that gun violence also comes, it can also be suicidal, but it can be. And by putting strict gun laws on people who, and like stricter background checks, including a mental and emotional evaluation prior to the purchase of a firearm, can help save so many lives, whether it be a person trying to take their own life, but in a lot of the recent events is the person taking other people's lives. If we can get that passed, we can save so many people. We don't have to, I think the worst thing of seeing all these news, I mean, losing human lives is really sad, but losing children who are so innocent, and it's just, seeing parents cry about it, and my heart goes out to them. It's just really sad. Like, these tragedies don't have to happen. And who's to say, like, people with firearms can't even protect people with, I'm thinking about the people who were there, that, I guess legal authorities that had the power to protect the children didn't even use their firearms for that purpose. There's just something that doesn't seem right, So yeah, that's my thought about it. Please put those mental evaluations are just really important, and it would help save a lot of people. And if anything, for people who have suicidal ideation, it allows people to actually get an advance notice to have somebody reach out to them and help them. Sometimes them doing whatever they're doing is just an outcry for help. So, yeah. Hope everybody's well. Take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Just hoping for better days, and hopefully it'll come soon. Bye.